Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you exactly why President Trump is going. Well, one of the reasons President Trump is going to win in 2020. Whereas you have President Obama and Bush and every other president before Trump, you have a man in Donald J. Trump who speaks directly to Americans. And when I say directly to Americans, this is what he tweeted about an hour ago or so. Yesterday was a big day for justice in the USA. Congratulations to General Flynn and many others. I do believe there is much, and much in capital letters, more to come. Dirty cops and crooked politicians do not go well together. Now, why is he saying this? We have Peter Strzok, who stated, "We will stop Trump. We'll stop him." The verbatim text messages is, "We'll stop him." When you have an FBI agent, the second-ranking counterintelligence official, so Peter Strzok was under, I believe, a gentleman named Bill Priestap as the second highest or second-ranking counterintelligence official within the FBI, where the now President Trump has all of his text messages with Lisa Page, an FBI attorney. All of his text messages with Lisa Page, and they have all. So we already know that Flynn was set up. It was a classic case of entrapment. You can't simply lure a person into a crime. You can't say, well, we just want to speak to you, about your perfectly legal conversations with Sergei Kislyak, which is exactly what President Obama's administration did. They came in with a Russian reset. They wanted better relations with Russia. President Obama's administration wanted better relations with Russia. Hillary Clinton had a photo with her holding a goofy Russia big reset button, and with Lavrov, I think his name was the foreign minister, pressing the button. They were laughing. Then you had President Obama telling Mitt Romney the 80s want their foreign policy back. Then you had President Obama not vetoing the sale of 20% of U.S. uranium capacity. By the way, share right now, please, my article just up yesterday in the Times of Israel. Hillary Clinton, not Biden, will be nominee. I will have made the biggest political call of all time, ladies and gentlemen. I am the only person out of 33 million YouTube channels to be published in the Huffington Post in 2017 saying Hillary Clinton 2020 is a reality. Get ready for 8 years of Trump. And in the Times of Israel just yesterday, Hillary Clinton, not Biden, will be nominee. This entire charade is going to come crashing down. Biden is not going to be nominee. Clinton will be opposite President Trump on that ballot in November. And she'll lose and she'll run again in 2024, 2028, 2032, 2036, 2040. So, and then 2044, 2040, 2048, 2052, 2056, 2060. Anyway, so share that, please, everywhere. Subscribe to Bizarro World Goodman and subscribe to H.A. Goodman's other channel. I have a great segment on that. Now we have even more corroborating evidence that when the wonderful Biden, the former vice president, is even bigger sleazeball than we even thought. But anyway, he goes drain the swamp. So yesterday, you have to understand something. I want you, ladies and gentlemen, never to talk to, even if your friends or family members or coworkers or whatever, family members, friends, people you've known for 30 years, if they call you up and they say, or if they text you, I just want to let you know, I'll never forgive you for voting for Trump. Do not text back. Now, you know what? I could spend the next 15 minutes on this, and it'll be the best thing you ever heard all day. Because we're going to get to President Trump essentially promising indictments in the future, but do not ever, did I say subscribe to Bizarro World Goodman and also H.A. Goodman's other channel? The links are below. I'll have a great segment on Bizarro World Goodman tonight and also a live stream, 2 live streams this evening. But anyway, don't ever Listen to me clearly, closely. Follow my advice. You're going to have family members. You're going to have friends text you. I just want to let you know, I'll never forgive you for voting for Trump. Listen to me. Do not text back. You'll have emails. You'll have Facebook messages. You'll have Twitter messages. You'll have text messages. Do not text back. I said do not. Do not text back. I don't care. And then a week later, just say, hey, how you doing? Hope all is well. Or don't. Do not ever engage in a debate from now until after November when President Trump wins and defeats Clinton again. I am telling you, the left, the Democratic Party, everyone who votes Democrats, their minds are going to implode in a cauldron of biblical anger and frustration and maniacal frothing at the mouth, rabid hysteria. Anyway, so you have President Trump. Yesterday was a big day for justice in the USA. Congratulations to General Flynn and many others. Michael Flynn, Lieutenant General Michael Flynn, God bless him. I wrote in the Federalist, he should be pardoned. That article is below. The man went up against a very corrupt system and won. President Trump is going to win, in addition to the fact that people know he wants to reopen the economy, and there's Democrats and media. They're like, oh, it just can't. Trump speaks to people directly. You can look at John Durham putting away FBI officials in Boston. Very corrupt FBI officials, one of which will get out of prison when he's 98 years old. This is an FBI official in Boston that John Durham put away till the guy is 98 because he became a criminal. If you are a law enforcement official, if you are an FBI agent, you cannot engage in criminal acts because that hurts the country beyond belief. And what they did is they set up and framed Michael Flynn, who had every right to speak to Sergei Kislyak, whose calls were already wiretapped and monitored. President Obama knew of the wiretapping. There was no criminal behavior. There was no illicit wrongdoing, nothing. They found nothing. He never worked as a foreign agent for another country while he was a national security advisor. He had every right as an incoming national security advisor. He was not a private citizen. He was already tapped as the incoming national security advisor. The fact that he wasn't sworn in is completely irrelevant. He was already part of the president's administration, and he wasn't a private citizen. It wasn't like, me or you or a plumber or a mechanic or a stock trader or whatever. A lawyer or what, it was an incoming national security advisor. And he had every right to speak to Michael Flynn. And he had every right to ease tensions between Russia and the U.S. Because guess what? They have just as many nukes. I think they have probably more than we do. I believe they have more than we do. So we don't need Armageddon because Democrats lost the election because they are horrendous and horrible. And Clinton is still unelectable. I will have made the biggest political call of all time. Clinton is going to be nominee, in large part because she purchased the Steele dossier that said Flynn and Carter Page and others worked with Russian intelligence, which is complete and utter nonsense. But ladies and gentlemen, they set up and framed Michael Flynn. We have documents now from the DOJ that say that the investigation and the interview that Strzok and who was it? Another agent. It was Peter Strzok and another agent interviewed Michael Flynn. Peter Strzok was known to be anti-Trump. He set up and framed Flynn. They would never stand for Justin Cooper or Brian Pagliano being set up and framed in that same way. First of all, we don't know how Clinton transferred top secret and special access program intelligence on servers outside of the United States government. If you have a background in technology, How easy would it have been for foreign governments to hack Clinton's servers with top secret and special access program intelligence using technology? I mean, she didn't have encryption for 3 months. So what does that mean? In the comment section below, do me a favor, explain what encryption means. Her servers were unencrypted for 3 months. What does that mean? What does that mean? Her servers were unencrypted for 3 months. This is a fact. And she was using an AT&T email account, according to James Comey's own horrible biography or memoirs that are out. Okay. Which is really funny, too, because I was going to buy Comey's book. Maybe I will buy Comey's book, which is hilarious because what Comey does, there's a character, and tell me which character it is in Game of Thrones. There's a character, he has a bald, he's like, he has a bald head, kind of chubby, and he has the goods on everybody. Which character is that? Which character is that? Tell me below in the comment section. But Comey has the goods on everybody, and he basically in his book writes that Clinton had an AT&T email address, which is what I've been talking about for a long time, which is what Politico reported. But how easy would it have been to hack an AT&T email address that eventually got encryption 3 months after it became ClintonEmail.com, and then within those 3 months or after, it got Clinton top secret and special access program intelligence. I have been told from people who know technology that you could actually get in and stay in those servers forever. And then Platte River and Dado had all of her emails prior to 2014, prior to when she deleted 30,000 of them, and when emails were born classified and retroactively classified, and she had special access program intelligence. The point is this, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Flynn was set up and framed. He was President Obama's Defense Intelligence Agency chief. He's a veteran. He fought for the country. He worked with General Stanley McChrystal. He was set up and framed. And McChrystal was fired because of a Rolling Stone article during President Obama's administration. Could you imagine if President Trump fired a general because of an article in Fox News? Oh my God, they would say the hubris, the arrogance, the narcissism, the egotistical, thin-skinned, maniacal, rabid behavior. But it was President Obama. They didn't say anything. I was against General McChrystal being fired, but he was fired because of a Rolling Stone article, and President Obama fired him because of that. And President Obama chose Flynn, Lieutenant General Flynn, as Defense Intelligence Agency chief, and then presided over setting up and framing him because he knew of the wiretaps. They wiretapped Flynn for no reason, because they had a Steele dossier that said that Flynn was part of Russian intelligence operatives working with Carter Page and Manafort. You should read the Steele dossier. Is the most absurd, nonsensical thing that only the biggest imbecile in the known universe could write. Naturally, Clinton purchased it. And it probably has Bill Clinton's favorite pastime of getting pooped on and peed on. But anyway, the point is this. Michael Flynn was framed, and they finally found out in documents that the investigation into Michael Flynn had nothing to do with Trump Russia, and it was simply to set up and frame him. That's why the DOJ dropped the case. But now President Trump is promising future indictments. So give me your thoughts below. Check the tweets today. And this is one of the reasons why, look, people who don't like Trump don't care about the government setting up innocent human beings. They don't care. That's the main thing. That is, if you're innocent and you're an American, if you're a human being, an American citizen, and you're innocent, and the government sets you up, who's going to defend you? Are you going to fight the government like Michael Flynn did? What are your chances of winning? Flynn fought, and eventually he won. Eventually he won. Give me your thoughts below. Michael Flynn fought the man, and he won. Give me your thoughts below. That's basically what it is all about. Give me your thoughts below. Subscribe to Bizarro World Goodman. Subscribe to H.A. Goodman's other channel. Share my Times of Israel article, please, right now on Facebook and Twitter and everywhere else. Hillary Clinton, not Biden, will be nominated. I will have made the biggest political call of all time. Thank you so very, very much. Be here tonight for the live streams and subscribe to Bizarro World Goodman and H.A. Goodman's other channel.